All right, guys. Those are just a few stages from, I know it's USPSA, I'm sorry, but that's what I've got going on right now from our Mount Rainier Shadow section match. It was a great match. I had a great time. We were yeeting it over that moving bridge just to see who could jump over it and go hard over it. So I went pretty hard at it, but there were dudes who went harder and like really hit that thing and jumped over it far. So that was just a ton of fun. Thank you to everybody to put it on. Bruce Wood is the match director. He does the Tuesday night matches, and so it's part of the section, and it's just a great match. So thank you for that. We're going to take a look at a few more stages, but before we do that, I wanted to make one comment. So IDPA Nationals, the registration period has been going on, and from what I understand, like it's pretty close to like it's over for everybody who like made the cut for the number of points and is going to get a guaranteed slot at usually the 1 to 2 day or the 2 day slots fill up, and then the wait list and whomever else wants to come, they get the 1 day slots. So as it sits right now, I know that this is going to sound crazy. There are 84 CO Masters signed up for the match. That's not the division. That's just CO Masters. And if my math serves me correct, if we have one more person, and I think they round up anyway, so I think it's correct, one more CO Master, which I know was CO Master who's not in yet, so there's at least one more waiting, and we will be awarding 17th place CO Master. Guys, I don't want that award. Like if I get 17th place, like that's fine. It's not like anything to be ashamed of, but like what are we doing where we're giving out 17th place CO Master instead of having this broken up in some way? So the last time I didn't really have any thoughts on how to fix this. But I think there's a relatively easy way to fix it after I got to thinking about it. Chris Harris is the one who messaged me about this, and he's totally right. I think the numbers have gone up since he wrote that comment. But what if you just put a stipulation in the match book, the match administration rules, that says if a division has this, if a classification has this many shooters in it, like let's say if a classification like CO Master has this many, then we only award if it has 50 or more, then we only award the top 3, or we go to some other scheme, the 1 to 9 or whatever. And the same for bumps. There are 31 CO experts, so that means there's 6 bumps available at nationals, which is actually kind of lower than I thought. I think that we're kind of seeing, the disparity between 31 experts and 84 masters. I mean, if that's not letting us know that like 1 to 5 is just too easy and that we're just funneling people up into the master class, I don't know what more evidence you need than like the people who takes this sport the most serious, the people that go to nationals, are all shooting in CO and they're all getting bumped to master. I mean, that just doesn't, it makes it a little bit less meaningful to me. And so like, God, we just have to change it. And so like, and I know I'm the guy beating down the door again, but like bug optics is what I think we should do. Anyway, 84 CO Masters. That's 84 Masters in one division. Guess how many Masters there are in all other divisions combined? Only 49. So we're like 2/3 of the just the Masters are 2/3 more. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the number is 84 to 49, and I'm not going to try and do any more math in my head on the spot, but this is the rest of CO. 84 Masters. I think there's 2 DMs, 31 experts, only 13 sharpshooters, and 11 marksmen. That's like, I don't know. I mean, I suppose like the better shooters or the best shooters should be coming to nationals, so I would expect to see, the numbers be a little bit higher for the Masters, but wow, I didn't expect that. So I think the way the scheme works is 1 to 5 for both bumps and awards. So 17th place CO Master will be given out, as well as 6 bumps. If I'm wrong about that calculation, let me know. But let's take a look at a few more stages from the section match, and we'll come back with some score updates, because there's been quite a bit of sanction matches going on. All right, we're back. So those were the rest of the stages. I haven't been shooting. I mean, I went to Area 1. I posted that up here. Having big matches are kind of over with for me for the rest of the summer. I've got Washington State, so I guess there's one in the middle of the mid-season break, the All-Star break. And then we pick it back up in September. So in September, the first weekend in September, we're going to Idaho for the Idaho State IDPA Championship. And then, Nationals in Texas. So that is it for the year. So no big matches, but that's what we've got coming up. It's going to be a little while. But speaking of big matches, there have been a ton across the country since I've been away. Beginning with Georgia State, which took place on the 30th of May. I know that there's some that I missed. I can't keep track and talk about them all, but I try to hit the state matches and the regional matches and bigger matches. So if I missed yours and you really want me to talk about it, let me know. I know that I have missed some, though. So sorry about that. High overall and PCC at the Georgia State IDPA Championship was Jason Clark. Well done. Spoiler alert, we're going to see that name again here in a minute. In kind of an odd way, too, if it's the same guy. SSP, Randy Rogers. I've shot with Randy before. She's good. I was there last year when I just was standing around the stage, and it was her first stage at Nationals, and it was that lay down, the last position is a prone position. And because of what happened to Randy, it wasn't her fault. We all, at the prone stage at Colorado, we all put our guns in the safe area before, because she got into that position, her gun fell out of her holster. It was her first stage and she was DQ'd. So that super sucks. It wasn't her fault, but man, what a terrible way to have Nationals go. So I felt bad. And yeah, that sucks. ESP was Jonathan McLeod. I think it's McLeod. 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 But well done there. CCP, DM Brad Edens. Well done. He must be shooting mostly on the East Coast. I don't see his name over here. I didn't see him at Rocky or RMR either. CDP was Skip Darden. Well done, Skip. Austin Prue, no surprise, coming in top of CO. And Bug, the one true division, was Wayne Lemonde. I don't know if that's how he says his last name, but it seems like a French way to say it. So I remember in 2021, and Wayne is one of the guys who's been shooting Bug a long time. And we shot together, but we both shot Bug in 2021. So good to see him on top there. There were 133 total dot shooters for the match out of 249, which is a 53% dot rate. Or percentage of people using dots. Okay. Pennsylvania State IDPA Championship is up next. I want to say that was the following weekend, like the first weekend in June. PCC high overall again. I don't know what your last name is, Matt, but Matt Hall, and in parentheses, Lux, Lux, kind of like the new P365 Lux. I thought that was an interesting choice by SIG. So if you haven't seen it yet, the 365 Lux is a aluminum frame, X frame, with the macro slide, but it's chambered in 380. So weird. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'll probably buy one. CDP, Keith Humphrey. Well done, Matt. If I didn't say that already, sorry to use your name as a weird way to talk about SIG guns. CDP, Keith Humphrey. Well done, Keith. SSP, Ken Rose. Not surprised to see that. I think for this match, he was only down 2. But man, he gets around because he's on this list again in a moment for the next match. And he was at Colorado and Rocky, so shit, man, he travels more than I do. ESP, David Olasso. Seen that name. He's a DM in something. It might even be ESP. I'm not real sure, but super good shooter. Revolver, Jason Clark. So, if that's the same Jason Clark, it's spelled the same, but those are both relatively normal names. If it's the same Jason Clark, that is quite a change of pace, let's say, to go from PCC, rifle as many rounds as you want, to revolver, 6 rounds, difficult reloading, all that stuff. But division champ, so it worked out. Well done. Bug, the one true division, Ronald Rebelli? Vrabely. Verbelly. Verbelly. Yeah, Verbelly. Okay, if I got that right, let me know. If I got it wrong, tell me that too. CCP, James McGinty. Not surprised to see that. James is another guy over on the East Coast that I've heard of and been at the same matches. I don't know if we've ever run into each other, but he's also a damn good shooter. CO, no surprise, DM Gordon Yee. Well done in CO as well. So there's only 107 shooters in this match, 54 of them using a dot for a total percentage of just over 50%. So we're continuing the trend of over 50% using a dot. So there is that. Iowa State IDPA Championship. This must have been all the same weekend because I've got this down as June 7th as well. The high overall again at PCC was Andre DeSautel. DeSautel? DE capital S AUTEL. Well done in PCC and taken high overall honors. SSP Jody Box. We've seen that name on here before. I don't remember if Jody was shooting SSP the last time, but either way, well done, Jody. ESP Jason Qualls. Don't know Jason, but well done. CCP James. You guys are killing me with the names I can't pronounce today. James Gualtieri. 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 Like I'm at a spelling bee. CDP, no one won CDP. There's only one guy shooting CDP, and he was DQ'd. So, no CDP division champion. Revolver, Jason Wagner. Well done, Jason. CO was David Keeling. Don't know David, but well done. And Bug, the One True Division, Alan Caldwell. Nice job. Keeping it down. Keeping it real in Bug. Well done. Man, I'm like not on my cool guy game today. I can't think of anything intelligent to say. Okay, so 47 of only 70 shooters shot with a dot, coming in at 67% of shooters. That's a higher percentage, but it's also a lower total number of shooters. So I don't know where that falls in the does it count or doesn't, but doesn't it? But 67% is high, and still more evidence that we need bug optics, which I've got a little bit of new information to talk about. So let's get through. I think this is the last one. Yep. So 2025 Wisconsin State IDPA Championship powered by Vortex. Right here. I don't know if you guys saw this on the internet, or it's all over the internet, or on Instagram at Area 1. I shot it from Appendix from the Hunter Constantine belt, all mags concealed, and I won this, a Defender XL from Vortex. So thank you to Hunter Constantine. I don't know if he watches my videos, probably not. I think he's more into USPSA than IDPA, but either way, I super appreciate that. So that's awesome. Yeah, and I just think it's cool that he's doing that for. It's just something different, and giving money back to shooters and swag and dots and stuff away to shooters. Totally support that. So thank you, Mr. Constantine. HOA, PCC, either I misprinted. Nope. Andre DeSautel. Same guy. So he's going from Pennsylvania to Wisconsin. That's not terribly far. So that is a little bit of traveling. And it's one weekend to the other, I think. So yeah, well done, Andre. CDP was Chris Harrigan. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere. I'm not real sure if I've met Chris before, but either way, well done, Chris. SSP Ken Rose, who was 0 down for the entire match. So that doesn't surprise me. I saw him post about it earlier. He'd been trying to do this, I guess, for a while, and he's finally got a major at 0 points down total. So that's something else, man. So I have to imagine he was most accurate at that match. The best anybody else could do is tie, but I doubt that happened. So well done, Ken. That's pretty awesome. Ken, if you remember, was the guy. So I met Ken a long time ago, a few years ago at Rocky, and he's incredibly accurate with that SSP gun. I don't want to take a guess at which gun it was because I don't remember. I don't want to be wrong. But he's just incredibly accurate with it. In my mind, it's a Glock, so maybe I will say it. But either way, He's super accurate. I was at this year's RMR and CSC. I kept asking him because he was on the squad right behind us. Like, you down any points yet? Are you down any points yet? And he wasn't down very many for both of those matches. So anyway, moving on. ESP was Jason Slattery. I've met Jason before. I met Jason for the first time at the awards right there. The Who's Your Daddy back in 2021. Good guy. Revolver was Mike Hero, Herro. So could be Hero, could be Herro. Bug, Jason Brown. I just met Jason at the award ceremony for the first time. Talked on the internet a few times. I know he'll probably see this video. Well done, buddy. Met Jason at the award ceremony in Rocky. We had a great time talking Bug, and yeah, I think Jason's the guy. He's got that the CZ that I want to try. Yeah, the 2075 Rami. It looks like a sweet gun for Bug. CCP was Cooper Tyrell. I've heard that name thrown around CCP as somebody who's really good in CCP. I don't know that he shoots too terribly many big matches, but I've heard he's super good at that. So maybe he's going for a Nationals run too. So we'll see. CO, Gordon Yee again, a DM in CO. So well done there. And it looks like, it just moved down a page. So 68 of the 116 shooters were shooting a dot for a total percentage of 58%. So that's pretty high. All of the matches were above 50%, and one of them at 67%. A little bit of an outlier because of the low number of total shooters, but still. So I've been talking to people in IDPA. I don't want to. I'm trying to tread carefully. So if I haven't mentioned it already, we have submitted to IDPA the opportunity, or to get approval anyway, for Bug Optics to run Bug Optics in a sanctioned match here in Washington at the end of the year in October, the Western Washington Regional. And it looks like it's not official, so this isn't officially me announcing it and saying it's going to happen, but it's looking like that's going to happen. And trust me, when it's official and how it's going to happen, we're trying to work out, like, how's it going to... They're like, well, it's not going to be a whole match. We don't do divisions, and so we're trying to figure out how. Because I don't want anybody to come down here, and I know it's only 1 point for a tier 2, but if you come to a tier match and you travel, I feel like you should get the Nationals point. So we're trying to figure out how that's going to work, because IDPA is having trouble giving out Nationals points for something that's not a real division. So I think the solution is going to be that the shooters who shoot Bug Optics will technically be in CO, but they'll be shooting a special category of Bug Optics. So that way, the round count, we can't do the 6 and 15 thing. That would be cool, but if we can't, we can't. I'd rather have people get the Nationals point than do the new round count way. So it would be 10 rounds, but that would get everybody the point. We'd still get to report it as, because for the awards, I'm not the match director. My buddy Kevin is, but for the awards, you can give them out kind of like above. You can't go below what IDPA prescribes in the book, saying like this is how many you have to give for each division, but you can go above that. And so if we want to give out awards for every single person who shoots Bug Optics, I don't see why we couldn't. So anyway, if you're not doing anything, I want to say it's like October the 17th. But I'll get the date and update you guys with that. But either way, please come out, shoot that match. It's going to be awesome. Like I said, my buddy Kevin, when it comes to making stages, he's the best guy around here. Love his matches. So yeah, that's it. I'm still going to make some updates on these things, or updates on major matches, but I don't have any coming up. So if you have the time and the means, check out www.dz-214.com, where you can donate to all of the vetted veterans charities that we support. And I always appreciate that. I get a little notice when people go to the website. I don't know if people are, I see people going to the website, but I don't know if people are donating or not. If you are, I really appreciate it. But I do get a little notice from Wix where I made the website saying like, hey, somebody from here is on the website. Sometimes I get really like notifications of people from other countries are going to the website. So that's cool. Anyway, I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.